Hi, hello! 16,000 followers, likers, sharers, commenters, bashers of this one and only Nonong S Revelation Fades. So once again, we are live kasi maganda yung live. Kaysa edited lang, di ba? Maganda ang edited or scripted pero hindi fresh ang ideas. Like what na live po para makapag-comment kayo, makapag-suggest kayo, makapag-recommend kayo, at makapag-kuhan po kayo ng inyong mga live na opinions and messages. So, habang may time pa po ako, awan ng Diyos, at gagabayan pa po ako, at bibigyan ako ng pagkakataon, hindi pa ako magdalawang isip na mag-share po sa inyo for the common good. No? Once again, Nonong S. Revealer is always respecting your point of views, your doctrines, your dogmas, principles, or experiences, or cultures. Siyempre po, we are hoping po na ganun din po ang gagawin niyo sa amin. But not to the point that we will tolerate imbalances, tolerate yung inconsistencies. So ito po ang latest issue na naman, no? Dating Pangulong Duterte tanggap na sa ICC na siya papanaw. Oh no. Medyo malungkot ito, ano? Tanggap na daw niya na papanaw na siya doon sa ICC. Siyempre po, tanggapin na po natin ang katotohanan na lahat naman talaga tayo ay papanaw. Tama? Siyempre, nagkakaroon lang po ng mauna, mahuli. Yan. Siyempre, normally, hindi mo silaw yung aking ilaw. Pero, lahat po tayo talaga ay papanaw. Diba? Wala naman pong problema, no? Actually, ako, tanggap ko naman na papanaw ako. Pero, sabi ng Biblia, hindi ka muling mabubuhay kung hindi ka muna mamamatay. Diba? Kagaya po ng seeds. Yung buto. Diba? Ang buto, patay na. Diba? Hinarvest mo yung palay, pinakuan mo sa araw. Diba? Patay na yun eh. Pinatuyo sa araw yung palay. Patay na yung buto ng palay. Then, itatanim muli. At magkaroon naman ng panibagong katawan. Yun naman talaga yung totoong nangyayari. So, Nonong Revealer, no, dati na po akong mga din, kumbaga, si Dr. Jose Rizal, parang muling nabuhay na po sa akin eh. Di ba? Kasi mga seeds na po ako nila. Yan. Tayo, pag namatay tayo, magkakaroon din tayo ng seeds. At ang seeds na yan, tutubo. At muling mabubuhay. Kaya nga, ayon sa nabasa ko na isang philosophy, sabi niya, stand like a tree. Na, stand alone. Lumaban ka. Pag ikaw ay nag-fall, gayahin mo yung seeds. Na yung seeds, kapag nag-fall, tutubong muli. Yun, napakaganda, di ba po? So, dating Pangulong Duterte, tanggap na, yes, tanggap naman talaga dapat ng tao yan, na siya ipapanaw. Pero sa ICC daw siya papanaw. Ako po, bilang hindi po ako talagang kumakampi sa kung sino man, wala po tayong kinikilingan. Sabi ko nga po sa inyo, I respect all, maging liwanag o dilim man yan, maging lamig o init man yan, maging kaliwa o kanan yan, we are respecting both sides. Wala po tayong kinikilingan dito, but the truthfulness, veracity, reality, yan po tayo. So, Pangulong Duterte, ako po ay nalulungkot sa iyo, no? Nalulungkot po ako. Pinapaabot ko po yung akin pong kalungkutan din sa ginawa nila sa iyo, no? Na hindi po dapat gawin sa iyo. Na ihiring pa sa ibang bansa o sa The Hague, no? Ano ba 'yan? Kung International Criminal Court naman 'yan, ano ba ang mga kwan niyang The Hague na 'yan? Sino ba ang nagkwan yan? Ano ba ang pundasyon yan? Dapat nating malaman 'yun. Kung sino ba ang nagkwan sa ICC na yan. No? So, sa ngayon po, ang ICC ay hindi ko pa masyadong kwan yan. I-search na lang natin para mas maganda. Yan. Ano ba yung ICC? International Criminal Court ito di ba? Alam ko eh. Ang meaning nito. Wala, hindi ko po alam kung ano pa po yung ibang mga kwan dito ng ICC na ito. Yan, ito basahin natin. Alisin ko pa muna itong kan ha. Sige po, remove the sticker. Ayan. The ICC, the International Criminal Court. Wow, international pala to, international. Located at The Hague, Netherlands, is the first and only permanent international court established to prosecute individuals for the gravest crimes. Wow, yan pala yun. Yan pala yung kanyang gravest crimes. Ano pa ba? Genocide. War crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crime of aggression. Ayan. It operates under the Rome Statute as a court of last resort, complementing national legal system when they are unwilling or unable to prosecute. Okay. As a court of last resort, complementing national legal system when they are unwilling or unable to prosecute. Ayan naman pala po Napakalinaw po dito na ang ICC pala naka-operate sa Rome Statute, no? Ano ba tong Rome Statute? I-search natin para maganda. Ayan. Ay, ayaw niya, medyo mahigpit. Ayan, successful na raw. Ayan. About the court. Ayan pala yung court nila doon, no? Aba, kaganda. The International Criminal Court, ICC, investigates and, where warranted, tries individual charged with the gravest crimes of concern to the international community, genocide, war crimes, crime against humanity, and the crime of aggression. This cause is the cause of all humanity. Ayan pala, former United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan. The court is participating in the global fight to end impunity and through international criminal justice. The court aims to hold those responsible accountable for their crimes and to help prevent the crimes from happening again. The court cannot reach these goals alone. As court or last resort, it seeks to complement, not replace national courts. Yun naman pala governed by international treaty called the Rome Statute. The ICC is the world's first permanent international criminal court. So, International Criminal Court. Yun pala yung meaning nito. Pero ito, nakuha lang ko sa word na ito, complementing national legal system when they are unwilling. Ayan. Unwilling. Ayan pala or unable to prosecute. Yan lang naman pala So, with these words, mga kapatid, kitang-kita po no? Kitang-kita na hindi pala willing at hindi kaya ng Pilipinas na hatulan si President Duterte. Di ba? Ang linaw-linaw po, unwilling and unable. Ayan pala. So, lumalabas po na mahina pala ang bansang Pilipinas. Napakahina ng ating bansa na hindi kaya, unable or unwilling. Di ba? Yun ang naman kadali na ikuan siya sa Philippines. So kung hindi willing ang Philippines, kung hindi kaya ng Philippines i-prosecute, ibigay na lang sa ICC. That's the rule there. 'Di ba? Kitang-kita po So purpose niya to end basahin natin para maganda. To end impunity for perpetrators of the most serious international crimes and help prevent them. Jurisdiction. The court can prosecute individuals, individuals po not a nation di bansa, for crimes committed after July 1, 2002 by the state parties or their territory. Mag-start pala siya sa July 1, 2002, Independence. While it cooperates with the United Nations, the ICC is an independent organization, not a part of the UN. Hindi naman pala siya part ng UN, United Nations, Structure niya. It consists of a presidency, chambers or judges, office of the prosecutor, and the registry. Detention niya. The ICC has its own detention center in the Scheveningen, The Hague. The ICC is distinct from the International Court of Justice, while is also located in The Hague but handles disputes between states. Meron palang International Court of Justice. Ito naman. Ano naman ito? Saka na lang siguro ito. Yan. Center of International Justice. Yan. Iba yan. Sige. Ito lang tayo. Okay? Balik po tayo sa ating pinag-uusapan. Let's go back to the Philippines. Lagi lang po natin tandaan talaga the preamble of the Philippines. Kung luma na po itong preamble of the Philippines na to, papalitan po natin ito ng gobyerno natin. Ewan ko lang kung palitan nila ito. Luma na Yan. The preamble of the Philippines. We, the sovereign, Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God. Ayan talaga. The aid of Almighty God talaga palagi. In order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and posterity the blessings of, ano kaya to, freedom and, ano yan? Hindi ko lang, yan. Ito na natin doon, the blessings of freedom. Marami yan dyan, no? Yan. Yan. Naputol tayo. Ayan. Tingnan natin dito. Nawala na tayo. 1973 pala yan. Iba na pala yan. Ayan, ikaw na lang natin ito. Para gusto nyo makita. Ano ba karugtong yan? Gusto nyo makita? Sige, ito na lang natin. Blessings of independence yata sunod dyan eh. Hindi ko sa ulado kasi masyado. Masisa kayo ha. Ayan. Insecure to ourselves and posterity. Ayan. The blessings of independence. Wow. And democracy. Wow. Under the rule of law and a regime of truth. Wow. Justice. Ang ganda-ganda. Freedom. Love. Equality. Peace. Wow. Do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. Hindi po ba napakaganda? Ang ganda-ganda. Ang ganda-ganda talaga ng preamble ng Philippines, sa totoo lang po. Napakaganda sa papel. Napakaganda pakinggan, di ba? Insecure to ourselves and our posterity, the blessings of independence, democracy, and the rule of law and the regime of truth. Wow. Justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace. Wow. Do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. Wala na ako masabi. Napakaganda. Parang ayaw ko ng palitan. Pero ngayon, papalitan daw nila eh. Sige, palitan ninyo. Lagay niyo ito, oh. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty Satan. Yan, yung ipalit natin. Payag ka po? Napalitan natin? Sige po, comment down below. Sige, ito. At ito na po ang mga word of God. Di ba? Napakagandang pakinggan talaga. Napakaganda. Napakakon sa tainga. Swabing-swabe. You know? The Bible contains several verses supporting the capital punishment, primarily based on sanctity of life, such as Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed. Napakalinaw-linaw po, no? Di ba? It was instituted for crimes like murder, Exodus 21:12, kidnapping, Exodus 21:16, and idolatry, Leviticus 22 to verse 5. Ayun naman pala, Genesis 9:6, whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed, for the image of God he made man. Exodus 21:12, whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death. Leviticus 24:17, whoever takes a human life shall surely be put to death. Numbers 35:30, if anyone kills a person, the murderer shall be put to death on the evidence of witnesses. But no person shall be put to death on the testimony of one witness. Di ba? Romans 13:14. In the New Testament, this verse supports the authority of the government to punish wrongdoing, stating the authority does not bear the word in vain, for he is the servant of God, an avenger who carries out God's wrath on the wrongdoer. Context 12 notes. Old Testament law. The Mosaic law prescribed the death penalty for various sins, including the blasphemy, the adultery, and striking, cursing parents. distinctions on crimes. The law made distinctions between premeditated murder and accidental killing, allowing for cities of the refuge for the latter. The New Testament perspective, ayan na. While Jesus demonstrated grace, John 8 to 1:11, the New Testament does not outright abolish the concept of capital punishment and full recognize the government's right to execute it. My dear friends, my dear supporters, likers, sharers from different 10,000 religions all over the world, what is your point of view about this? The Bible allowed death penalty for those selected crimes or criminals. Napakalinaw po eh. Next, ito naman. What countries? Ayan. Ano bang mga country yon? Pero maya na yan. Unahin natin to. Ayan. Ano ba ang Quranical basis? Ayan. Kanina, Bible, di ba? Biblical basis. Ngayon naman, Quranical basis. Tingnan natin. Basahin natin. Para maka natin. Hindi yung gawa-gawa ng kwento. No? The Quranic basis for the death penalty is rooted in the principles of justice, retribution, and the deterrence of crimes that threaten social order. Limiting capital punishment primarily to international murder and severe offenses, while sanctioned, its application requires strict evidence, and the Quran strongly encourages forgiveness. Ayan. Forgiveness naman pala talaga siya. No? Protection of life and justified exceptions. Do not take life which Allah has made sacred. Okay, tama naman. Except by way of justice and law. O, di ba? Yun naman pala eh. Retribution o qisas. For murder, the Quran allows the victim family to seek capital punishment as a way to save lives through deterrence. O, di ba? Quran chapter 2, 178, 179. Hiraba. Tama ba ako, hiraba? Paki-check na lang po sa mga Quranic kapatid natin. The death penalty is permitted for those who wage war against Allah and His messenger, strive to make mischief in the land. Quran 5:33. Ayan. So may key aspects tayo of the death penalty in Islamic law. No? Victims' family choices, strict evidentiary standards, other potential offenses. Beyond the Quran, Hadith, prophetic traditions are often used to describe or include apostasy and adultery as capital punishment through some scholars' debate interpretations. So, mga kapatid, napakalinaw pala eh. The Bible, as one of the respected holy books of the Christians or the Jew, and the Quran, one of the most respected holy books or holy book from Islam, no? Siyempre po, respetado na po ng lahat yan. Bakit natin nilalabag? Bakit natin kinokontra? Napakalinaw po na ang death penalty, pag reasonable, is reasonable. It is a will of God. Sige, tuloy tayo. Ayan. Anong mga bansa po ba ang nagsasagawa ng death penalty? Basahin natin. Para mag-guide naman tayo. Hindi puro haka-haka. As early of 2026, over 55 countries retain the death penalty in law, with active executions frequently carried out by a small number of nations, most notably China, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and USA. While abolition trends continue, many nations in Asia, the Middle East, and the parts of Africa still legally use capital punishment for crimes like murder, drug trafficking, and terrorism. Ilan ba ang country sa buong bansa? Ang buong mundo? 195, tama ba? 55 country ang nagde-death penalty. Yung China, number 1. Iran, Saudi Arabia, USA, America. Oh, lethal injection sa kanila eh. Egypt, or Iraq, Singapore. Wow, ito yung malupit na hinahangaan kong bansa eh, Singapore eh. Laging rank 1 sa PISA when it comes to education, di ba? Di ba? Kaya nga sa Singapore, hinahangaan kong bansa ito na mayroong death penalty, mayroon din siyang corporal punishment na ang principal, ang mga school head pa mismo ang pumapalo sa kamay ng batang matigas ulo at yung puwit ng matigas ulo. Di ba? Ayan, marami pang bansa, Asia, ayan, yung may death penalty. Japan, Vietnam, ay, natin para maganda. Japan, Vietnam, ayan, yung Japan, magandang eskulahan din. Thailand, yan, Malaysia, lamang pa sa Philippines yan. Middle East naman, Yemen, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, UAE. Africa naman, Somalia, South Sudan, Belarus, marami. K-trends, methods. Ayan, marami siyang mga paraan. Merong hanging, shooting, legal injection, beheading. Wow! Active resistance. While many countries have their laws, fewer 20-30 are considered active, carrying out executions regularly. Limitations, some nations, Russia, South Korea, have not executed anyone in over a decade, functioning as a retentionist and low but abolitionist in practice. So, mga kapatid, napakadaling unawain. Bakit kaya hirap na hirap ang ating mga lawmakers to justify it? So, kung masama ang death penalty, bakit kinocommand ng Bible at ng Quran? At bakit ginagawa ng ibang bansa na 55 countries all over, 195 countries all over the world? Ayan. Diba? Ito na. Go tayo. Let's go, mga kapatid. Ayan na naman. Ayan. Ano bang batas ang nagpayag nito noon ng death penalty? Basahin natin. Parang maganda. The death penalty in the Philippines was allowed. Na-allowed na pala ito. Under Republic Act 7659 noong 1993. Which reimposed capital punishment for heinous crimes and Republic Act 8177 noong 1996, which mandated lethal injection. Ayun ang malupit. It was officially abolished on June 24, 2006 by the Republic Act 9346, which reduced all death sentence to reclusion perpetua. Ayun pala. Republic Act 7959 at Republic Act 8177, yan pala ang mga death penalty rules at laws sa Philippines na inabulish lang ng Republic Act 9346 noong 2006. O, bago lang pala na-abolish to, ano? Sige, ito na natin. RA 7959, 1993, passed during the Ramos administration. It identified 46 crimes punishable by death, including murder, rape, kidnapping, and plunder. Ayan naman pala. Ano ba, Philippines? Then, RA 8177 noong 1996 amended the method of execution from electric chair to lethal injection. Ayan naman pala. Constitutional basis natin. The 1987 Constitution allowed Congress to reimpose the death penalty for compelling reasons involving heinous crimes. Abolition, Republic Act 9346, signed by the President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, prohibited the death penalty, making the Philippines first Southeast Asia country to abolish it and ratify the second optional protocol to ICCPR. Although there have been attempts to reinstate the death penalty for crimes related to illegal drugs, it remains abolished as of 2026. Yun naman pala eh. Napakalinaw po eh. Na? Republic Act 7659, Republic Act 8177, na ina-allowed ang death penalty sa Philippines. Nagkaroon lang man po ito ng abolish, no, na-abolish na lang siya noong June 24, 2006. Ang linaw-linaw. Sumunod sa Diyos ang Pilipinas at humiwalay sa Diyos ang Pilipinas. Kaya, ang aid of Almighty God Paano mangyayari? Sige, tuloy natin. Let's continue. Sige, ito. The Philippine Drug War. Ayan na po. Ang ating mahal na Pangulong Duterte. Naunawaan ko po ang ibig niya sabihin. I really understand him. No? Ang nais lang naman niya, maproteksyonan ang bulok, ang hindi bulok sa bulok. Napakasimple po ng rule Na-experience nyo na ba na pinaghalo nyo ang bulok at hindi bulok? At ang lahat ng hindi bulok ay nadamay ng bulok? Sige po. Did you experience that? Paki-comment naman po kung meron. Itlog. May 3 bulok. Isang tray Hindi mo natanggal yung bulok na itlog. Ano nangyayari sa lahat ng itlog? Ubos, bulok. Lahat ay nabulok. Kamatis, sa isang kaing, may 3 bulok. Hindi mo tinanggal ang bulok. Ano nangyayari sa lahat ng hindi bulok? Naging bulok lahat. Comment po kayo kung may gano'n na hindi nabulok. Thank you. Ayan na po. Ito The Philippine Drug War. Ano ba yung drug war na ito? Ayan. Basahin natin para hindi yung gawang kwento ng kutsiro. The Philippine Drug War, also referred to as the Philippine War on Drugs, in the intensified anti-drug campaign initiated during the administration of Rodrigo Duterte, who served as a president of the Philippines from June 30 to 2016 to June 30, 2022. The campaign reduced the proliferation of illegal drugs in the country, but has marred by extrajudicial killings, EJK, allegedly perpetrated by the police and unknown assailants. By 2022, the number of drug suspects killed since 2016 was officially tallied by the government as totaling to 6,252 human rights organizations and academics. However, estimated 12,000 to 30,000 civilians have been killed in the anti-drug operation carried out by the Philippine National Police and vigilantes. Yan yung report dito Hindi pa ako nagkakuan dito, no? Ito po ay galing po sa isang Wikipedia, no? Wikipedia pala to. Sana ba? Go tayo. Duterte has since admitted to underestimating the illegal drug problem when he promised to rid country of illegal drugs within 6 months of his presidency, citing border control difficulties against the entry of illegal drugs due to the country's long coastline and lamenting government officials and law enforcers' involvement in the drug trade. Ayan. In 2022, Duterte urged his successor Bongbong Marcos, who won 2022 Philippine presidential election, to continue the war on drugs in his own way to protect the youth. Ano ba ang purpose nito? To protect the youth. Marcos declared his intention to continue the anti-narcotics campaign but focusing more on prevention and rehabilitation. Marcos emphasized that his administration has been following the 8 ES for the effective strategy against illegal drugs and that extermination was never one of them. Duterte later stated that Marcos' bloodless drug war was due to Marcos' privileged background. Diba? Ano to? Ganito sa Wikipedia, hindi po akin to. Amidst congressional inquiries 2024 and the drug war, critics began to allege that the campaign was largely used as a front. Grand budol to benefit a drug syndicate in Davao which connected to Duterte's aim to eliminating its competition. On March 11, 2025, Duterte was arrested by the police authorities based on a warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, accusing him of crimes against humanity for central role in drug war that was extradited to The Hague in the same day. In the same month, Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla admitted that the justice system in the Philippines failed the EJK victims of the drug war during the presidency. June 25, Ayan, newly installed PNP Chief Nicolas Torre made a courtesy to visit the Commission on Human Rights and affirm its oversight function over the police agency regarding adherence to human rights. So, medyo mahaba, okay? Tanungin natin kung ilan bang mga sumuko. Ayan. Drug war. Wow. 983,232 sumuko. Anong pitsa ba ito sumuko? Anong kwan ito date? December 27, 2016, no? Na-aresto at 2,157 ang napatay. So, December pa lang ito. Nasaan yung bago? So, dapat may bago ito, no? Luma na rin nito ito, di ba? So, marami palang sumuko. Dami. So, search tayo. Dapat lahat, hindi yung 2016 lang. Sige. Lahat ng mga sumuko. Tingnan natin. Ayan. Dapat mayroong listahan. Parang wala eh. Parang wala namang listahan ng lahat ng mga sumuko. Oh, di ba? O, ba't hindi naging cleared ang government dito? Nawala na. Nawala na yung mga sumuko. Walang sumuko. Parang umabot ito ng milyon ang sumuko eh. Hindi ako nagkakamali eh. Oh, hindi nila ginalabas, no? Kita mo yan? So, kita-kita po ang pagiging bias. Na? Ang alam ko, may mga record ito ng mga sumuko eh. Oh, wala na. Ayan, matagal na to eh. 2016 pa to. Eh, 2022 nag-resign si Duterte, di ba? Nagwala siya sa pwesto. Oh, wala eh, oh. Oh, di ba? Hindi nila ginabigay ang exact number, oh. Exact number binigay nila noong 2016. Oh, di ba? Kitang-kita. Eh, si Duterte, di ba? Nagkuhan sa pagkapagulo ng 2022 na. Oh, nasaan na po yung record nito? Di ba? So, ano pong ibig sabihin ng mga kapatid? 2022, bababa si Pangulong Duterte sa pwesto. 2016 lang yung record nila nito. 983,000. Mga sumuko, ayan o, 983,232. Yan, inaresto, 42,254 at napatay daw ay 2,157. Yan na po yung binabanggit ko kanina. Kung ang isang kaing ng kamatis may nakahalong mga bulok, anong gagawin sa mga bulok? Dapat naman talagang tanggalin muna ang mga bulok at ilagay muli ang mga hindi bulok. Tama? Kung ang yan po ang mga taong yan, mga data ng ganyan, na mga kuha na yan, na sumuko, ano? Ano po ang ginawa ng gobyerno sa ngayon? Nasaan na po sila ngayon? Yung mga sumukong yan. Nasaan na po sila? Na-rehab? Gumaling na po ba? Hindi na ba umulit? Nagbago na po kaya? Yan po yung gusto naming malaman, Republic of the Philippines. Ano na po ang nangyari sa kanila? Yan yung gusto po nating malaman. As a part of our government, as a thinking citizen of our government, nasaan na po sila ngayon? Wala na. Parang na akong balita eh. Oh? Na may nahuhuli, na may sumusuko. Wala na po. Parang nanahimik na yung buong Pilipinas. Ang mabalitaan mo na lang, ayun, may ginahasa, may pinatay ang drug addict, may mga ninanakawan, hold up. Yun na naman po yung naririnig natin ngayon. Mga crimes na naman po. Nasaan na po kaya yung mga sumuko? Nasaan na yung mga naaresto? Nakakalungkot po, di ba? Nakakalungkot. Baka maya-maya, mga ilang taon, malaman mo, mga estudyante, mga addict na. Mga high school, sasaksakin na lang yung mga teacher Magpatay na naman ng mga kung ano-anong kawawang mga tao. Sa inyo po, pabor po ba kayo doon? Saan na napunta itong 983,232? Kulang pa ito eh. Alam ko milyon ito eh. Kasi 2016 data lang ito. Winala na nila yung data. Kung ilan talaga sumuko ng tukhang 2022, tingnan natin, baka meron. Sana kaya? Hanapin na lang natin. Sige, try tayong hanapin ito. Sa 2022 ha. Tingnan natin, hanapin natin. Di ba pwedeng mawala yan? Wala talaga siya, oh. Hindi na makuha yung numbers kung saan napunta. Hindi po ba? Ito siguro. Ha? Nawala na. Ito. Ito. 5,617 namatay. 1,959 pinatay ng pulis. 3,658 sa mga di mapagkakilanlan. 53,000 sa nakulong. 1,179,462 kabuuang bilang ng mga sumuko. Then kabuuang bilang ng mga namatay 2,126 to 8,000. 35 pulis at 3 sundalo namatay, 87 na pulis at sundalong nasugatan. Sa inyo pong palagay, may gera po ba na wala talagang mapapatay? Gera. Masasugatan, masasaktan. Napakabubo naman po. Kung ang gera ay wala pa lang nasaktan, walang namatay, walang nasugatan. Gera nga eh. Tama po ba ako? Ang tanong po dito natin mga kababayan, nasaan na po itong mga milyon na sumuko na ito? At naaresto? Sige po, hanggang dyan na lang po. Pakisagot na lang po kung nasaan na sila. Maraming salamat.